Welcome back to ABC General Hospital Spoilers channel. Today we will learn about the issue unfolding on Thursday, January 29, as Port Charles finds itself trapped in an increasingly dangerous blizzard that threatens to upend multiple crucial storylines. The snowstorm that has been building throughout the week shows no signs of letting up, and residents across town are about to discover just how treacherous their situations have become. Nathan West and Lulu Spencer will embark on an urgent search mission while Carly does everything in her power to block Valentine Cassadine from making a potentially fatal mistake. Meanwhile, Charlotte Cassadine is about to unleash some serious traitor rage that could have devastating consequences for everyone involved. Emma and Gio's unexpected delay. The day begins with what appears to be a relatively minor setback, but one that could have rippling effects throughout the episode. Emma Scorpio Drake will find herself in the unusual position of having to shut down Giovanni Gio Palmieri's wardrobe choice, creating an unexpected delay in their mission to help Tracy Quartermaine retrieve her precious family heirlooms. The timing couldn't be worse, as Tracy has been counting on their assistance to secure items that hold deep sentimental and historical value for the Quartermaine family. Emma's concern over Gio's clothing selection suggests that the young musician may have severely underestimated the severity of the weather conditions outside. Perhaps he's dressed too casually for the brutal cold, or maybe his outfit is completely impractical for navigating through heavy snow and ice. Whatever the case, Emma's intervention demonstrates her practical nature and genuine concern for Gio's safety, even if it means temporarily derailing their carefully laid plans. The delay won't be their only problem, however. Gio and Emma will face an unexpected encounter that causes an even more significant setback to their mission. Spoilers indicate they might stumble upon Charlotte outside the Quartermaine mansion, creating a complication that none of them anticipated. Charlotte's presence outside in such dangerous weather raises immediate red flags and questions about what she's doing there in the first place. The young Cassadine has been through an emotional roller coaster recently, and her appearance at the Q estate under these circumstances suggests something has gone terribly wrong with whatever plans she had for the evening. Charlotte's fury and her stranded situation. Charlotte's predicament appears to stem from foiled plans involving Danny Morgan. The teenager had likely been hoping that Danny could drive her over to Carly's house on his motorbike once again, a mode of transportation that has served them well in recent adventures. However, the worsening snow conditions have made that impossible, forcing Charlotte to abandon her original plans and seek shelter wherever she can find it. The weather has transformed from a mere inconvenience into a genuine threat, with roads becoming increasingly impassable and visibility dropping to dangerous levels. Left with few options, it appears Charlotte may have no choice but to hunker down at the Quartermaine residence and wait out the storm. This forced proximity will create an opportunity for Charlotte to vent her frustrations to Danny about something that has been eating away at her. Valentine's decision to put his trust in what she considers a backstabbing traitor. Charlotte's rage is directed squarely at Jack Brennan, a man she clearly views as having betrayed her father at a crucial moment. The intensity of Charlotte's anger cannot be overstated. She feels personally wounded by what she perceives as Brennan's treachery, and she's not about to let it slide without consequences. In her conversation with Danny, Charlotte will make it abundantly clear that she plans to ensure Jack Brennan gets exactly what he has coming to him. This isn't just teenage drama or empty threats. Charlotte has proven time and again that she's willing to take action when she feels wronged, and her Cassadine blood means she has both the cunning and the determination to follow through. Danny may find himself in the uncomfortable position of trying to talk some sense into his friend while also understanding the depth of her pain and anger. The question remains, what exactly is Charlotte planning, and will Danny be able to prevent her from doing something she'll regret? Nathan and Lulu's desperate search. While Charlotte sits stranded at the Quartermaines, her mother Lulu will be frantically trying to track her down. Lulu's maternal instincts are in overdrive as she pushes Nathan West to help her locate Charlotte before something terrible happens. The worsening weather conditions have transformed a simple concern into a genuine emergency, and Lulu knows that every passing moment could put her daughter in greater danger. Nathan, ever the dedicated detective and supportive friend, will immediately agree to assist in the search operation. The two will kick off their search mission with determination and urgency, but Mother Nature has other plans for them. The relentless blizzard that has engulfed Port Charles will prove to be an insurmountable obstacle. and Nathan and Lulu will soon find themselves stranded together as conditions deteriorate beyond safe navigation. The irony of the situation won't be lost on either of them. They set out to rescue Charlotte from being stranded, only to end up in the exact same predicament themselves. Being trapped together will undoubtedly lead to some intense conversations and perhaps force them to confront issues they've been avoiding. The close quarters and life-threatening situation have a way of stripping away pretenses and bringing honest emotions to the surface. Valentine's impossible choice at Carly's attic. Over at Carly's house, the tension reaches a fever pitch when Valentine receives the devastating news that Charlotte has gone missing. The information hits him like a physical blow, and his immediate instinct as a father is to rush out into the storm and find his daughter, regardless of the personal cost. Valentine's love for Charlotte has always been his most defining characteristic, and the thought of her out there alone in dangerous conditions is more than he can bear. He'll vow to go find Charlotte, immediately prepared to risk everything to ensure her safety. However, Carly will physically and verbally block his path, insisting with equal passion that he absolutely cannot do that. Carly understands the stakes better than anyone. Valentine is a wanted man, and stepping outside means exposing himself to capture, or worse. She'll work tirelessly to convince him that he has to stay put, no matter how much every fiber of his being is screaming at him to go find his daughter. The argument between them will be emotionally charged, with Carly appealing to Valentine's logic and reason while he operates from a place of pure parental desperation. Carly may point out that if he gets captured or killed trying to reach Charlotte, it won't help anyone, and Charlotte will end up without her father permanently. It's a brutal calculation, but one that Valentine needs to hear. The question is whether he'll listen or whether his love for Charlotte will override his survival instincts and common sense. Tracy's surprising discovery. Meanwhile, Tracy Quartermaine will arrive at Drew Kane's house only to make a surprising discovery: someone is already there. The mystery visitor could very well be Martin Gray, who may have decided to wait out the storm at Drew's place while essentially acting as an impromptu security guard. Tracy's response to finding an unexpected occupant tells you everything you need to know about her commanding personality. "Just try and throw me out," Tracy warns in Wednesday's preview video, delivering the line with all the imperious authority that only a Quartermaine matriarch can muster. This certainly sounds like something she would say to Martin, especially if she feels he's overstepping his bounds or interfering with her plans. The confrontation between these two strong-willed individuals promises to be entertaining, with neither willing to back down easily from their position. Portia and Trina's painful confrontation. In another corner of Port Charles, Portia Robinson has reached her breaking point with her daughter's continued avoidance. She refuses to let Trina Robinson ignore her any longer, and she's prepared to force the issue if necessary. After Portia confronts Trina and demands an honest conversation, the floodgates will finally open. Trina, who has been carrying the weight of her mother's secrets and deceptions, will open up about just how painful and damaging those secrets have been. The revelation of Curtis Ashford being her biological father and all the years of lies and half-truths that preceded it have left deep wounds in Trina's heart. She'll finally articulate to Portia just how betrayed she felt, how the foundation of trust between them has been shattered, and how difficult it has been to process all of this information while still trying to maintain their relationship. This conversation has been brewing for weeks, and it promises to be raw, honest, and potentially healing if both women can find their way to understanding and forgiveness. Jocelyn's dangerous visit to Windermere. At the foreboding Windermere Castle, Jocelyn Jacks finds herself in a precarious situation when someone stops her unexpectedly. Quick thinking, as always, Jocelyn puts on a phony smile and tries to play it cool. "Who would want to break in here in this weather?" Jocelyn asks in Wednesday's preview clip, her voice dripping with feigned innocence. It's a reasonable question on the surface, but the nervous edge beneath her casual tone suggests she's scrambling to come up with a believable excuse for her presence. Jocelyn may concoct some story about why she's there, perhaps claiming she was worried about something or checking on someone as she tries desperately to wiggle out of whatever tight spot she's landed herself in. The question is, who caught her, and will they buy whatever explanation she offers? Windermere has always been a place of secrets and danger, and Jocelyn may have bitten off more than she can chew with this particular visit. Anna's terrifying revelation. Down in the depths of captivity, Anna Devane continues to experience what can only be described as psychological torture. Her latest visitor has left her completely freaked out and questioning her own sanity. While it's highly doubtful that the real Caesar Faison has somehow returned from the dead, Anna may genuinely believe that's who she's seeing based on the person standing directly in front of her. The white-haired man who prompted her horrified N-O exclamation bears an uncanny resemblance to her former nemesis, and in her current vulnerable state, Anna's mind may be playing tricks on her. However, there's another equally disturbing possibility. This could be a calculated case of someone using a sophisticated Faison mask to deliberately dupe and terrorize Anna. Whoever is behind this elaborate deception knows exactly how to push Anna's buttons and exploit her deepest fears and traumas. The mind games continue relentlessly, and Anna will spend Thursday's episode continuing to reel from the twisted psychological warfare being waged against her. Stay tuned for any other shocking revelations to come as this dark storyline unfolds.